Yoel, the Pilgrims, Yuria from Londor, the location of Londor itself, Hollows versus Unkindled, the Night Anri of Astora, the Ruins of Astora, and the Usurped the Fire ending. These topics are all just as deep and compelling as much as they are ambiguous and vague, but understanding this strict series of side quests is key to understanding a lot about the game. I will go in depth on everything I just mentioned and delve deep into the mysterious secret ending called Usurp the Fire. So embark with me on this quest for truth. Needless to say, this truth contains massive spoilers, so watch at your own discretion. The Pilgrims are ancient hollows ravaged with the undead curse brought about by Gwyn's sacrifice to link the flame thousands upon thousands of years ago. In hearing about the fading fire, the Pilgrims of Londor traveled north to Lothric. The fire is linked to their curse, and as it fades, so do their lives. So, in a haste, they travel to carry out their own ritual in order to embrace and harness the dark sign Gwyn created in a plunder. Unfortunately, many die before reaching their destination and goal. A bell over the Firelink kiln chimes when the fire starts to fade, ushering in a movement to protect the flame. Symbolic of the sun, the flame governs all life and creation, even that of lords and gods. Without it, there'd be nothing but darkness. Hearing the chime of the bell, previous lords who linked the first flame rise from their graves, and undead unkindled rise from the ash, all reborn. As the lords refute their thrones in an act of self-preservation, given life anew, it is the unkindled's ritualistic duty to forcefully place the lords within the shrine to link the first flame, ushering in a new era, as Gwyn has and as you have at the end of the first Dark Souls in the canonical ending. Though what ending is truly canonical is still highly speculative, but given the fact that lords such as the Nameless King, whom is the son of Gwyn, are still bound to the physical world, the fact that there are returning characters and locations, the fact that the souls of the lords explicitly says the flame has been linked ever since Gwyn's initial linking, it's pretty safe to say, after Gwyn, there hasn't been an Age of Dark. According to Dark Souls 3, this would truly be an Age of Dark. There would be nothing. No matter. No consciousness. Until one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness and create a Big Bang effect, starting life anew. And what landscapes, creatures, or maybe even gods that manifest will be drastically different. The Usurp the Fire ending, among all the other dialogue we'll soon analyze, will make it all much more clear. Yoel is the last survivor of the pilgrimage and can be rescued. It seems many pilgrims hit a dead end at this collapsed bridge and died. On further investigation, you can hear Yoel cry out in defeat.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles.
Yoel wants out of his misery, but upon realizing who you truly are, his hope and purpose is revitalized.
Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yoel of Londor, a pilgrim as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained.
Just one look at you and he regards you in high honor, which is unusual because to other people you're just another unkindled, ashen, or worthless undead. And in the intro,
nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder.
This is similar to how you're treated in the first game, so it is a bit unusual for him to be so excited to see you. Yes, your purpose is grand, but there are many others like you, doing the same thing as you.
Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
If you decline his offer...
Yes, of course. A cursed pilgrim has no place in your honorable service. But if a lost soul should encounter a legend such as you, could that be anything but a movement of fate? I will remain in this spot, praying solemnly that you might have a change of heart.
He goes on to call you an honorable legend, and even pulls both the fate and pity cards, making it very clear he will stay and wait for you. This is a subtle form of manipulation and hopes to get you to reconsider, as he has great plans for you. Talk to him again, and he says,
Champion of Ash, have you had a change of heart? I beg of you, take me into your service.
Now he even starts pleading with you, making you wonder what makes you so important to him. Hey, just for sport, before accepting him into your service, we'll kill Yoel on the bridge to see what he says.
What's come over you? Killing undead for sport? Accursed champion?
Though, doing this will only void his entire side quest, so let's not do it and say we did. Either way, how can you not trust someone that sounds like an elderly Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yoel of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
When you return to the Firelink Shrine, he will be there.
Oh, our champion of Ash, welcome home. This pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
He says that last line in a very ominous way, and for good reason.
As I have said, I was once a sorcerer. Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special.
He is a sorcerer, but he makes it very clear that that's not why he's there. He originally made it sound like he was going to teach you sorceries, but what spells he has are only good for starters. Rebecca Vinheim is the real sorcerer, albeit a tad egotistical and demanding. What Yoel really wants to do is tease out your true strength, which is a clever rewording of aggravating your undead curse through free levels. Looking into the description of the dark sign, which is present in your inventory from your very birth, Unkindled are hollows, yet they're not. Yet. Unkindled eventually turn hollow. The dark sign is the reason you are undying and able to respawn time and time again.
Then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Drawing out your true strength puts dark sigils in your inventory every time you do it. Dark sigils are little gaping black holes in your flesh, allowing your humanity to slip out. It's by accumulating at least one of these dark sigils that you actually become hollow. So, each and every time you die, your curse worsens. I'm not saying Unkindled aren't hollows. They are, but not entirely.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead.
It's the dark sigils that complete it. In Dark Souls 1, we can assume these dark sigils were automatically a part of you, without having any presence in your inventory. Depending on your level of hollowing, you can continue to draw out your true strength, accrue sigils, and get free levels. I, as well as most people I'm sure, thought, I ain't gonna say no to free levels, completely unaware of the consequences. But there always seems to be a catch when NPCs offer you nice things in Dark Souls, and that's why we can't have nice things.
I would do anything for my master. Just say the word.
Luckily, hollowing doesn't do anything other than make you ugly as all hell past a certain level on the hollow meter. Also, past a certain level, your shadow disappears, but even when using an ember and purging stone, it doesn't come back. When sitting at a bonfire, it doesn't come back. When leaving to a new area, it doesn't come back. When leaving to a new area, it, what do you know, finally comes back. If this is a glitch, it's a weird glitch. If this is on purpose, it's a weird purpose. If your character is a female, hollowing doesn't affect your appearance until level 10. If your character is a male, hollowing doesn't affect your appearance until level 15. Gaining sigils really only affects the quests and alternate ending. Now, if you want, you can kill Yoel and feel nothing but bad for him in his dying moments. You do have to admit that sounded kind of funny.
Lady Yuria.
Don't kill him though. Don't you want to see this quest? He does bring up Yuria, and we will soon meet her. After you draw out your true strength 5 times and accumulate 5 dark sigils, in a meek yet concise manner, Yoel will call you a lord for the first time. Oh! His parting message goes from this
Be safe, champion of Ash.
to this.
Be safe, our lord.
He doesn't sound as upbeat anymore, but still. Me? A lord? Oh, I've always wanted. Wait, what? That surely does bring up a lot of questions, but unfortunately, the next time you return, you will find his wishes were granted and had finally succumbed to death. Off to the side, Yuria of Londor takes his place, claiming to be a close friend, and gives you thanks in Yoel's stead.
Oh, prithee, art thou good Yoel's master? I am Yuria of Londor, a close friend of his. Thanks to thee, Yoel's soul is redeemed. Allow me to express my gratitude in his stead.
And it also seems Yoel was spreading rumors. Now that you have his 5 dark sigils, you're apparently a lord, I guess.
Another matter. That a lord art thou not? Bearer of the dark sigil, and our Lord of Hollows. For the time thou remainst our lord, we of Londor shall serve thee. And I, of course, am also thine.
It seems very apparent Yoel, Yuria, and the entirety of Londor wants to keep the curse alive and through you, one of the few remaining unkindled hollows bearing a gratitude of dark sigils. Hence why they are so quick to make you their lord, and will do whatever it takes to keep anyone from usurping you. As in the case with Orbeck of Vinheim. She mentions that he claims to be a lord of hollows.
Oh, good Hollow. I'm afraid I must say, Orbeck of Vinheim is a cause of much consternation. He proclaimeth himself Lord of Hollows. If left alone, he may one day imperil thy rule. Fall to this matter yearly, else we are unravelled. Decisiveness is the mark of a true monarch.
Orbeck admits being undead, but that's it. Most people at this point would have no idea what they're lord of, what reign they are protecting, if they can even trust Yuria, whom they just met, and what the actual endgame of all this is. You can easily not kill Orbeck. Yuria won't mention him again, and he won't compromise your position. He may even just up and leave. But if you do kill Orbeck and bring his ashes to her, she says,
I see Orbeck's claim is proven false. As it should be our right and deserving Lord of Hollows. It is a Londor treasure befitting of a true lord. Lord of Hollows, may the dark sigil guide thy way.
From her dialogue, it seems to me that Yuria just wanted his ashes to claim all his deciphered sorceries for use in Londor, which, as Yoel said, is lacking in magic. I mean, could you really tell someone is hollow from their ashes? Yuria could be looking out for your potential reign as a Lord of Hollows, which I doubt in this specific case, or she could have lied. In purchasing the Londor Braille Divine Tome from her and having the spells deciphered through either Irina or Carla, you can get some insight into Londor and their magic. It seems the Tome of Dark Miracles was first spoken by Liliane and curses all things living. Liliane is the youngest of 3 sisters and also the founder of the Sable Church. Now we can gather that the Sable Church is in Londor and its members are all trained swordsmen that live by their swords and do not rely on magic. Magic is an aside, a secondary, or a last resort. Londor is known as the Hollow Realm, a society of undead corpses and shades of which led unsavory lives. Some were exiled and cast out of the Sable Church and given this miracle to atone for their sins. In bringing the ashes of Orbeck to Yuria, she'll give you the Morion Blade, which describes Londor's church as having 8 branching towers. So much lore on Londor, the Hollow Realm. I can almost guarantee this area will be in the upcoming DLC, past, present, or future. On another note, there was once a firekeeper that traversed the abyss and was able to make peace with the Dark Sigil. She came to terms with it, but it tainted her soul. She is now dead, located above the Firelink Shrine under the bell that alerted to the fading fire. You can take her soul and give it to your firekeeper to embed it into her bosom.
Ashen One, this is much like what lies within me. Then let it find its own place within my bosom. She will understand. We are both firekeepers after all.
Then you can use her to cure your Dark Sigil and hollowing at an insane cost, which contradicts the Dark Sigil item description that says that the Dark Sigil can never be healed, and when doing this, no Dark Sigils will be in your inventory and your curse will be lifted.
Forgive me, sister. May the flames guide thy way.
But if it hasn't happened already, Yoel will die, Yuria will no longer serve you.
Thus forsworn the Lord's mark. There is not more to say. Farewell, our fleeting lord.
Then disappear forever, and the rest of this expansive quest will die with him. There are many ways to end this questline prematurely, which comes to show how important it really is. Either way, there's no reason to cure your hollowing. It doesn't affect the gameplay in any way. I mean, if looking like an aged Steven Tyler or an emaciated Macaulay Culkin is a problem, there's ways around it. I don't know, like putting on a mask, wear some armor, boost that poise a little, or wear this damn ring. I mean, Christ! That's the end of part 1. I'd like to give a very special thanks to all my current supporters on Patreon, as well as Gopher Chucks, who upped his pledge. Go you, man! You did it! And Fungo is awesome. No, really, Fungo is awesome. I did not make that up, I swear. Apparently someone out there thinks I'm awesome. In fact, I think I should add pledging to Fungo is awesome, because it is. So you should do it too. Also, watch some of my great videos on Bloodborne, because they are great. Don't believe me? Well, here are some quotes from my patrons and viewers. Biff Manley. The I fed your boob to the corpse of a spider part killed me. You have such top-notch writing. Synthros. This was freaking hilarious. Mephistophia. Wow, entertaining and educational. Oh, and when the second part of this video is out, be sure to watch that too. Thanks again, and don't forget to subscribe.